Hello everyone, it's Wendy Kennedy here. Today I just wanted to share a very short video with you. The guides have been giving me some information on the full moon, lunar eclipse, supermoon, blood moon that we are about to experience. I know that is a total mouthful. So what exactly does that mean? It means we're about to experience a full moon lunar eclipse, and the moon is in its closest orbit to Earth, so it appears bigger and brighter. It's about 14% bigger and 33% brighter in the sky. And for us energetically, that means that we're going to go deeper and shine more light on those things that have been suppressed and those things that have been in the dark. Now, it's called a blood moon because as the sun's rays pass through Earth's atmosphere, the blue rays are actually absorbed, and the red and orange rays bend around the Earth and shine onto the moon, so it looks red. So that's why we call it a blood moon. The last time we had this was 33 years ago, and it'll be another 18 years before we experience this again. Now, the guides, the first thing they said to me is that today is the most transformative day of the year. So that was a pretty big statement because it's been a seriously intense month. It's been an intense year, but really this month for most people, all their stuff has just been up close and personal, right in their face. You can't miss it. And this is giving us a chance to clear so that we can elevate our frequency. Now, today the guides recommend that you work with your emotions. So that means taking time to really acknowledge how you're feeling instead of rushing through the day and saying, oh, I'll deal with that later. Take time, see how you feel. Most of us are feeling a bit emotional anyway, and the actual eclipse starts at 10:11 p.m. Eastern time and goes to 11:23 p.m. But it doesn't really matter as far as the time goes because we're going to feel it several days before and several days after. So if you're watching this video a little late, don't worry, you can still benefit from the information in it. Now, most of the time, we're so focused on our state of doing that we don't stop to pay attention to how we're feeling. And this is becoming more and more important for us to really pay attention to and to practice focusing on our state of being. We think that our emotions are a result of the things that are happening to us externally and our response to them. But actually, your emotions and your thoughts what are being pulsed out, and those are what create a vibrational match that's reflected back to you. So they're creating your reality. So whatever you're feeling is going to be reflected back to you. And what typically happens is that emotion gets reinforced. But the emotional state actually comes first. It's not a byproduct. So the guides also suggest that you sit down and you pay attention to where exactly you're vibrating. And if you aren't really excited about the emotion that you're experiencing, maybe it's depression, or maybe it's anger or frustration. So many of us right now are feeling stuck. And the guides keep bringing us back to work with your state of being. So start with the emotional state. Focus on happiness, joy, expansion. Feel it in the body. These are not emotions that we are unfamiliar with. It might have been a while since we've felt them, but we know exactly what those feelings feel like. So we just have to sit with them for a bit and just start imagining them and feel them like waves rippling out from us. Now, I've included the full written channeling below, so there's a bit more information in there. And also I'm going to include 3 links to some of the galactic light codes that the guides have given me. September, as I said, was really a big month, or is a big month energetically. And the guides have given me 3 galactic light codes to help people work through that energy. Now, the galactic light codes are symbols that are encoded with the language of light. And the language of light is universally understood by all beings. So it bypasses the language centers of the brain and it speaks with your soul. Right now, we're going through a process of integrating a lot of energies from Orion, specifically control, competition, and authority. So if you look at this last month, I'd be really surprised if you didn't find that some of those issues are coming up for you. Orion was one of the darkest systems in our galaxy. It was very controlled. A lot of trauma was locked into that memory. So we had to do a fair bit of clearing to get to this point to really work with the Orion energies, and here we are, because we have done a fair amount. There is a lot of potential moving forward. Things should ease up just a little bit. We'll get a little bit of a breather as we move into October, so don't worry if you're feeling like, oh my God, this just never ends. It will. It won't be quite as intense, but there will still be opportunities for you to release. So be very kind to yourself today. Just kind of remember that everybody else is also going through an intense time, and they may not know why they are so emotionally charged, but you do. So if you like this video and the information in it, please share it, because it might benefit someone else. Again, I will leave the links below for the light codes if you haven't seen those, and as well the full channeling. We do have another round of the activation and integration of galactic light codes coming up beginning October 1st, so I'll leave a link to that below as well. Have a very fruitful blood moon, and pay attention to your emotions, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye-bye.